Hello everyone, you have come to Tata Comic Preview channel. Let read together. Have fun. Zhou advanced slowly. As he drew closer, 4 clear notifications rang in his ears. Killed a target. Reward, 1,500 merit points. Domain extra, 1,000 merit points. So far, he had obtained 10,000 merit points. There was no reason for him to not welcome these people who offered these points to him. He smiled. The 4 cultivators were dead, so he no longer paid any attention to them. He made his way to the sole survivor. He stroked his beard as he shook his head. Did you have fun chasing after me? The man immediately discarded his pride as an 8-leaf cultivator. He knocked his forehead on the ground and pleaded, "Spare me, Elder Meng. I mean, old senior. Spare me, old senior." Who's Yizhen? He asked when he recalled the notification he received of Yizhen's death. The notification sounded strange to him. Yizhen had clearly manifested a Red Lotus avatar, but Zhou was not given domain after killing Yizhen. The 4 people he had just killed all gave him domain points. Why did he not receive any for killing Yizhen? Elder Yi is the Grand Elder of the Flying Star House, the man said with a trembling voice. I hate liars the most. Zhou lifted his hand that shone with golden radiance. The man hastily waved his hands and said, I truly don't know. All I know is his cultivation base is unfathomable. Even the house master has to show consideration to him. Throughout these years, it's all thanks to Elder Yi alone that the Flying Star height manages to reach its current height. Zhou did not strike yet. He continued to ask, since Meng Changdong is a thorn in Yizhen's side, why didn't Yizhen get rid of him? How would I know what Elder Yi is thinking about? Elder Yi has always been difficult to read, the man replied nervously. What good are you alive if you don't know anything? Zhou pushed his hand out before he pressed down. At close range, a palm seal shot out. The man's eyes widened. His body stiffened as he instinctively tried to resist. He unleashed all his primal chi. Boom. The blue palm seal bore down on the man's body, pressing him into the ground. Ding. Killed a target. Reward, 1,500 merit points. Domain extra, 1,000 merit points. The man had self-exploded at the final moment. The trees in the surroundings fell as clouds of dirt were stirred up. When the dust finally settled, a plane formed within a 100-meter radius. Zhou, still glowing with a faint blue light, turned around slowly. After a while, the blue light faded away. His expression remained the same, as though nothing out of the ordinary had happened. He pushed away from the ground and flew away. The forest was extremely silent. At this moment, Yizhen's forehead was wet with sweat. After he regulated his breathing, his internal injuries were slightly relieved. At this moment, he had regained his composure, he was once again the smiling, graceful, and calm Confucian scholar like before. Similar to Zhou, Yizhen wondered about Zhou's identity as well. Although he was calm, it did not mean he was not furious that Zhou managed to kill him once. He raised his palm slowly before a strange red lotus appeared above it. Soon after glowing red dragon heads appeared, several heads emerged. The avatar was finally completed after the 5th head appeared. At the end of the left side of the avatar, only a headless neck remained. Meanwhile, 3 other heads were lowered, they seemed wilted. They did not glow red nor did they look alive. There were 9 nascent souls and 9 lives contained in Yizhen's avatar. Currently, the 9-headed avatar was only left with 8 heads. His eyes flashed with killing intent as he said through gritted teeth, no matter who you are, I'll remember this grudge of you taking one of my lives. The mostly humanoid avatar looked dim. At this moment, one of the 9 leaves fell. Yizhen clenched his fist, and his avatar disappeared. His figure faded out of sight as he flew back to the middle peak. He deliberately skirted around the place where he had died, and returned to the 5-story courtyard on the middle peak. The dojo was deserted. Yizhen patted the dust off his robes expressionlessly again. Perhaps, he felt his image was not quite right, so he smoothed his hair and straightened his sleeves. At this moment, the dojo's wooden door opened. Jiang Shaosheng ran out and quickly protracted himself in front of Yizhen. Master, you're finally back. I've driven away the disciples who came over earlier. I've been waiting for your return. Yizhen looked at Jiang Shaosheng emotionlessly and said, fetch me a robe. Understood. Yizhen entered the dojo. A slight frown appeared on his face as he looked at the broken wall. When Jiang Shaosheng approached him with a new set of robes, he did not look at Jiang Shaosheng at all. Instead, he lifted his arms up and coldly said, dress me. Understood. Nobody in the world understood his master's temper better than Jiang Shaosheng. He carefully put on the robes for Yizhen. Not even a single wrinkle could be seen on the garment. However, due to being nervous, he accidentally used too much force when he was smoothing the sleeve and pulled the sleeve over his master's left hand. Yizhen raised his right hand swiftly. Smack! Jiang Shaosheng was slapped on the face. He did not stop adjusting Yizhen's robes as he apologized profusely, forgive me, master. Similar to the robes before, these Confucian robes hung loosely on Yizhen's body as well. Finally, he looked like the Yizhen of old again. If someone had witnessed the battle earlier, they would find it difficult to believe Yizhen had been engaged in a battle at all. He did not look like he had left the dojo at all. Shaosheng, clean the dojo. Restore it to its original appearance, Yizhen calmly said. Understood. I'll get to it right away. Jiang Shaosheng, who had suffered 2 slaps today, was incredibly nervous. Shaosheng. Yes, master? Jiang Shaosheng shivered. I hit you in hopes that you'll remember this, I'm the only one under the heavens who's allowed to hit you. Since Meng Chongdong hit you, I'll stand up for you and take his life, Yizhen said. Jiang Shaosheng was delighted upon hearing these words. He prostrated himself again and said, thank you, master. After a moment, he mustered up his courage and asked tentatively, Meng Chongdong really doesn't know his place. He even dares to attack you, master. Why? Why didn't you get rid of him? Yizhen replied, naturally, I have my reason for that. However, I didn't expect him to betray the Flying Star House. Betray the Flying Star House? Notify all the disciples that Meng Chongdong has betrayed Flying Star House. Notify the Sky Martial Court, the palace, and all the sects in the cultivation world. Anyone who manages to take Meng Chongdong down, dead or alive, will be handsomely rewarded. I'll get to it right away. Night fell. The moon was bright tonight, and the stars were scarce. Zhou returned to Thousand Willow Mountain. During the journey back, he grumbled inwardly, why are the 2 mounts taking so long? They're so slow. Did they drown in the endless ocean? Fortunately, he had a profound cultivation base. The speed of his flight was still acceptable. However, after fighting Yizhen, he was left with less than 1/3 of his extraordinary power. After landing in his courtyard, he unleashed the power of hearing. His surroundings were quiet, there was nobody in the vicinity. As he entered the room, he grumbled to himself again, what amazing disciples I have. None of them are even worried that I might get into trouble. Ungrateful brats. Zhou did not rest immediately. He lit up a candle and brought the memory crystal out. He had done all he could to protect the crystal after he obtained it. He placed the crystal under the light from the candle. When the light shone on the crystal, he discovered there were chips on the edge of the crystal, just as Yizhen had said. I hope that important memories won't be affected by these damages. Zhou was in no hurry to decipher the memories. Since it was night, he opened the wooden windows and allowed the night breeze to enter. He felt much better now. What happened today had bothered him. Who's this Yizhen character? The cherry blossom tree on lofty steep mountain bloomed all year round. That must be due to the power of the Taoist veins. The dojo's setting and the position of the Aru canvas were strange. There was definitely more than met the eyes with Yizhen. He did not regret using his deadly strike card. Under those circumstances, Yizhen clearly had many other plans he could fall back on, it was most reasonable to kill Yizhen to spare himself troubles in the future. Regardless, despite having already killed Yizhen, he could not help but feel that something was amiss. There were many strange things in the world. There was Emperor Lu Gu who had an immortal body, and then, there was the fake Emperor Lu Gu who was a Wuqian. There was also his first disciple, Zhenghai. Someone as cunning as Yizhen would surely have methods of preserving his own life. With this thought in mind, he began to feel it was a loss to use that card. He decided to confirm his suspicions tomorrow before making any decisions. It was too early to think about these matters now. The night breeze pulled him back to the present at this moment. He closed the window and returned to the table. He extended his wizened hand and placed it gently on the crystal. Whiz. The familiar buzz of resonance rang in the air. All of a sudden, Zhou felt as though a fog had settled in his mind. It felt like he was plunged into a white world. This situation was similar to the other half of the memory crystal as well. He moved forward and arrived in front of a wall. 26 alphabets divided themselves into half before they arranged themselves in no particular rhyme and order. Zhou sighed emotionally. It was likely he was the only one who could decipher the secrets of the crystal. What memories did Ji Tiandao seal? Why did he seal them? Hopefully, I'll obtain my answers soon. Zhou tried to touch the symbols. Although he recognized them, some of them were too small. He attempted several times before he succeeded in making contact. Fortunately, he had prior experience, so he moved with familiar ease. The bright moon shines over the sea, from far away, we share this moment together. The wall that barred his way faded away. The first part. Ji Tiandao's fragmented memories span different timelines. The system's coordinates can't be wrong, but everything is too dangerous here. I have to find a way to leave this place as soon as I can. My cultivation base is too weak. If it's possible, I'd rather not come here. This is such a troll. When Zhou lifted his head, the scenes began to distort. I finally obtained 10 pills. I must leave this place. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? I swear I saw a black lotus descending from that place. Is he a fiend Zen cultivator? The scenes and voices distorted again. I think my eyes must be overworked. Zhou saw Ji Tiandao swiftly leaving the danger zone. A loud resonance energy rang in his ears, accompanied by crashing sounds. Terrifying beasts were hidden in his surroundings. I've fought through countless perilous situations and mammoth beasts along the way with all my might. It's great to be alive. I should continue fleeing. I wonder when I can return to Great Yen. A long flight, fatigue, hardships, experience of finding shelter outside, all these scenes appeared in Zhou's mind. The second part. I met an extremely intelligent and polite girl. Her name's Luo Xian. She knows a lot about the lands. She also knows the tongue of beasts and is gifted in music. Scenes of two people walking appeared. I've asked Luo Xian many things along the way. To be safe, I didn't reveal much about myself. She told me the place where I left might be called Great Void. I didn't think much of it. She told me she's lost and that she couldn't find her way back. She asked me to bring her back to Great Yen with me. I didn't agree. After all, I need to be cautious. In any case, it didn't stop her from following me. The journey back to Great Yen was extremely difficult. His weak cultivation base was completely exposed while Luo Xian put her gift in the tongue of beasts to good use. Her cultivation base seemed profound sometimes, and other times, it did not seem impressive at all. Nevertheless, they managed to evade many beasts and dangerous situations. Luo Xian asked me what I got from Great Void. I didn't tell her. Luo Xian's curiosity and exploratory spirits are unusual. To satisfy her, I gave her many riddles and problems that are unsolvable in this world. She's completely engrossed in solving them. However, she has yet to solve even one of them. The third part. I've organized the items I obtained from the unknown land. There are several books about ordinary cultivation methods and 10 pills. Luo Xian saw them and expressed her interest in them. She didn't seem to recognize the pills. Instead, she was curious about the cultivation methods. To thank her for her help, I gave her the books that contain ordinary cultivation methods. She was happy. To return to Great Yan, they had to traverse a seemingly endless forest. Ji Tiandao's weak cultivation base meant that he had to be cautious at all times. This slowed his progress. Luo Xian is impressed with the wonders of the cultivation methods. This is my first time seeing a red lotus avatar. I was in awe. It reminded me of what I saw in the unknown land. Luo Xian has been studying the unsolvable riddles and problems every day. She's truly a genius. She managed to grasp many concepts after listening to my explanation one time. However, it doesn't seem like she's making any progress with the problems. I told her they're only the tip of the iceberg. Luo Xian told me she wants to become my disciple, but I refused her. I told her that every person had their own ideals and pursuits in life. She loved exploring, but there's nothing I can teach her about that. However, Luo Xian would still call me her teacher from time to time. The fourth part. Ji Tiandao woke up one morning and discovered Luo Xian was gone. Luo Xian left a note behind that read, "I'm sorry. I've taken one great void seed so I can study it. I'll continue to search for the secrets of the worlds. You taught me many things along the journey. It's just as you said, there's no end to learning. When I finally understand these things, I'll look for you again. I promise that I won't leak any information about you. I hope that you'll accept me as your disciple when we meet again." Ji Tiandao organized his possessions again. He had lost one pill. Otherwise, all the other items were still there. He was puzzled by the term the Great Void Seed. I've taught her so many things, and she stole my pill. These are pills that can greatly improve the quality of cultivation. I'll have to be cautious from now on. Nobody can know about their existence. The fifth part. Ji Tiandao finally returned to Great Yan. Emperor Lu Gu had subdued the other tribes and brought peace to the lands. 100 years had passed. Ji Tiandao finally reached the peak of his cultivation base. He was in the 8-leaf nascent divinity realm. Should I start recruiting disciples? Ji Tiandao decided to recruit disciples and teach them in the Evil Sky Pavilion. After that, Ji Tiandao recruited some disciples. I must conceal their backgrounds. The memories distorted again. The sixth part. The 9-leaf plan failed at the last minute. I should continue to seal the crystal. Luo Xian knows that I've been to the unknown lands. In that case, I'll seal those memories as well. The scene of sealing the memories in the crystal appeared in Lu Zhou's mind. Lu Zhou saw the Evil Sky Pavilion, the gazebos, and the barrier. Swoosh. Lu Zhou opened his eyes. He returned to the present. The room was quiet, and the bright moon hung in the night sky.